Hey everyone, this is Zach Nold from Nold Family Horsemanship. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This channel is going to be a place for lifestyle surrounding horses. It's going to be a place for us to discuss Mustangs like Athena here, reining horses hopefully in the future, different techniques, tack, everything that goes into really riding horses and being a good horseman. The reason we decided to start this channel is we have a horse business called Nold Family Horsemanship where we have been offering lessons to people. We're going to start moving probably more away from that, more to consultations and just general lifestyle. We're going to keep our day jobs and instead start to encourage people to also get into horses like we did. So a little bit of background on me. My name is Zach Nold. I'm the owner of Nold Family Horsemanship and the trainer here. Athena here was a wild Mustang. She was rounded up in Utah in 2018 on a rescue roundup where they had a huge drought. They were shipping water out to get her down south in the Cedar Mountain Mustang herd. She ended up being rounded up with food and water instead of helicopter. That's how desperate they were. As you can tell, we just got done riding. She starts the entire story. I was not a horseman growing up. I had a family who grew up kind of around cattle and horses, but never really rode, just the occasional trail ride here and there. She broke that mold. Decided that year after reading an article and meeting my beautiful wife that we were going to adopt a Mustang. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this the American way. And I'm gonna get an American Mustang, and that's what happened, despite my wife's chagrin. So we ended up with Athena. Athena came to us. We thought she was 2 years old. She's probably pretty close to it. We did not know what we were doing. Dove head first into a bunch of different trainers, videos. Ended up hiring a couple trainers to help us. We still train with other trainers today to get better and better, as everybody should, no matter how good they are. She is now a fully rideable horse that we take to brandings, roundups. We take her on trail rides. She does great with the arena. Lately, we've been working on flying lead changes. And that's where she's at now. As for what happened with me and my journey, horses have honestly probably saved my life. She has given me a much more than just a hobby or a sport. She has built a partnership with me. I've had to earn her trust, especially a Mustang's trust. I've had to get her to understand that I'm not trying to harm her or hurt her, and she's had to accept me as her rider. Oftentimes with horses and horsemanship, what happens is people expect the animal to just do what you want because, well, as humans, we kind of get whatever we want, right? You know, we might have to kowtow to a boss, or we might have to play the game at work. We might have to, you know, go to work, play the game even if we don't like it, to bring home the bacon so our family can live and we can have our children grow up nice and happy. But with horses, that's not the best way to go about it. The best way to go about it is to build that relationship with them, to get them to understand, you know what? I want to be with you and I want to work because it's fun, it's a game, it's a job. Horses love to have jobs. And even Mustangs, once you break them, they understand all these. They have the same principles, but they have more spirit, more fire, more stubbornness. And then you've got the differences between the mares and the geldings, and even the stallions, and each temperament's a little bit different. On this YouTube channel, we're going to discuss everything from tack 101, product reviews, horses, the differences between adopting a Mustang and maybe just getting yourself a domestic horse, the adoption process with Mustangs. We're going to be partnering with a company called Ninja Castle Media to go through an entire adoption process up through training and the first ride and then some. We can talk about packing. We're going to go into detail about the sports that you could be associated with, Mustang makeovers, all the way to reining, versatility as far as ranch versatility, maybe even some roping, rodeo. Really, this YouTube's going to be all about lifestyle and living that lifestyle. We're going to show you what the chores take, how much effort goes into it, how much time talk about, last week we had to bring in a tractor so I could till up our arena so we could start riding, because quite honestly, I don't own a tractor, so I got to borrow one from a good friend of ours. We don't have a place to spread our manure that the horses drop, and so we have to ship it out every 4 months, which costs money. We're going to talk about costs. We're going to talk about everything. The biggest thing is with horses is before you can even start to appreciate them, you got to really want them. This is a passion that, in a hobby that is not something you can do once a week, twice a week. You need to be at it 4 to 5 times a week, 3 days minimum if you can, because they require consistency. They require thought. They require your learning, because they have to learn too. You can get a super nice horse, but if you don't know how to ride it, you don't know how to train it, you don't put in the effort to become that good horseman that they deserve, you're never going to find your full potential of theirs. Now that's okay for some people, if that's what they want, but eventually you're gonna get frustrated. I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody who got frustrated with their horse's performance. Their horse came in, was super nice, really soft, really mellow, a good horse, and then through a lack of consistency, not having enough space to move around, not understanding the cues properly as a human of what we're telling that horse, they ended up having issues with it. One of the biggest things you can do for a horse is understand and be self-aware. Horses will teach you self-awareness. So with that is what I mean is, if you're teaching a horse something and they're not doing it right and you're repeatedly having this issue, they just keep having the same problem, you need to stop, look at yourself, think through, okay, am I giving the proper cues? What's my body language doing? Everything from how I'm looking at them, am I square with them? What are my shoulders doing? My hands, my feet, my eyes, what portion of them am I pointing at? Whatever it needs to be. And if you can go through the checklist and go, yep, that was right, okay, everything's right, then you need to go, okay, why is the horse not doing it right? And if the horse is not doing it right simply because the horse is still searching for the answer, continue to try. If the horse needs a different cue, adjust yourself. But more importantly, you need to have stripped away your ego to the point that you can say, you know what, it's my fault, not the horse's fault. And this is something I still struggle with to this day. Even though I've been doing this for years, trained multiple Mustangs, and starting to hire better trainers to teach me how to be a better horseman in general, I still have to work at it. It's a constant battle, and that's where the bond comes in. Your horse will forgive you. You will forgive the horse. You'll have days where you guys don't get along as well as you should. Athena here and I just got done riding. But honestly, if you find that single horse that you bond with forever, they call it your heart horse, then you've made it as a horseman. At the end of the day, if you can say that you did your best and that horse improved a tiny bit, and you know they enjoyed it just as much as you did, that's a successful day. We look forward to telling you more about our business. We look forward to telling you more about horses and sharing the lifestyle and just being the page you go to figure out what an everyday Joe does after work. From everyone here at Nold Family Horsemanship, have a good day.